Hey everybody, Brett here. And today is somewhat of a milestone. Not a weight milestone, but a time milestone, a timeline milestone, if you will. Today is my 200th day working to follow a carnivore-based diet. So pretty amazed with myself. I had originally told myself I wanted to go 30 days. Give myself 30 days to give this a try. Once I started, I decided, I could probably do 3 months. Let me do 3 months. And here we are 200 days later. And I'm amazed that I have been able to stick with anything health, food control, diet, anything like this. I'm amazed that I've been able to stick with it for 200 days. And it's something that I kind of never thought that I could really do. Be very frank and honest. But I'm doing it. So I attribute a lot of it to this YouTube channel, to be honest with you. When I decided to start this, I said I want to do a YouTube daily video for accountability. Just talk about what I did, talk about what I did right, did wrong, whatever it was. And with just a very few exceptions, I think there's been like maybe 3 nights where I was just exhausted when I got home and I just went to sleep. And then there was a couple of nights where I was camping and just not able to post a video because of where I was. But other than that, I've stuck with it. I traveled for work. I had 3 trips for work during this time. I had a vacation to Mexico. I've had kind of weekend trips up to Estes Park and that. Other than Estes Park, I actually travel with my scale so that I can daily check in and see how I'm doing and keep myself accountable. Hey, your weight went up. Did you eat the right things? Did you do everything right? And I know that I'm not going to build a pound to 2 or 3 pounds of fat overnight. That's not going to happen. But it's a checkpoint for me to say, am I doing the right things? Am I not doing the right things? So, so many people have told me, just ditch the scale. Don't worry about the scale. Worry about your pants. Worry about your health. Worry about this and that and the other thing. I'm not ditching the scale. That's not an option for me. It is a subjective number that says, hey, you're more, you're less. And it makes me go, did I do the right things? Did I do the wrong things? So, never going to stop that. Now, and I just said never, which means I'll probably forget to do it tomorrow. But probably one of the biggest things that I've done through this 200 days is really just proving to myself that I am in control of what I eat. I'm in control of what I put in my body. I'm going to extend it to that, what I put in my body. Because I used to drink, not every day, but I drank a few times a week. I definitely drank in my men's group. And it was bourbon or it was beer. And it was 2 or 3 or 4 bourbons. And it was 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 beers. Was never even a thought about how this affected my body. It was just, am I going to have a headache in the morning? Right? Do I need to drive home? Those were the thoughts. And now I look at it and go, I'm in ketosis. Do I want to kick myself out of ketosis? Do I really need to drink the alcohol? Can I do non-alcoholic option? Right? So things have very, very, very much changed for me in these last 200 days. All for the better. Right? And that's what's really kind of hit me today when I really thought about it. Like I said, it's 200 days. It's a milestone. Probably want to talk about that a little bit. But what am I going to say? Who cares? It's 200 days. But for me, that's significant. I have my numbers for today, right? And like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. But my numbers today were 226.8 pounds. 0.9 pounds down from yesterday. But this puts me at like 104.4 pounds. I think that's right. 105.4 pounds, I think, is what it works out to be. 105.4 pounds in 200 days. And I feel better than I have in decades. My sugar today was 85. My ketones today were 2.4. Now, I fasted yesterday, so my sugar should be low. My ketones should be low. But, I'm sorry, my sugar low, ketones high. But it's still like, again, I have been above a 0.5, which is essentially alive, and my ketone number for, 2 full weeks. I was at a 0.5 21 days ago, 3 weeks ago. So I've been in some level of ketosis for the last 3 weeks straight. Now, I haven't drank anything for 3 weeks straight, any alcohol for 3 weeks straight. A couple little sips during Estes, just taste, and do I want to buy this bottle or not? But I haven't had a glass of bourbon, a beer. I've had non-alcoholic beverages. I had my hop water and my non-alcoholic beers, which I'll warn you about in a second. But it's been great, and I'm proud of myself. People tell me, man, they're impressed, they're inspiring. I'm inspiring, and I never got it, but I guess now that I look back at 200 days, I get it. 200 days it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm just happy. So current weight loss is something like 105 point some pounds. My ketones are good. My sugar's good. And I'm happy with that. I stopped on my way home tonight to pick up pork rinds. I eat pork rinds. And non-alcoholic beverages. So I got my Heineken 00, which I've been drinking. And I grabbed the 8-pack of this other. It was a variety pack. And I said, oh, this is cool. I can try a few different ones, see if I really like any of them, and maybe bring that into some kind of a rotation. And when I got home, I picked a peanut butter dark. And I happened to just glance at looking at the can. I like looking at the can artwork and things like that. So I'm looking at the can, and all of a sudden I realized it's got a nutritional panel, which most beer does not have a nutritional panel. This one says 25 carbs. And that is my warning. I've never thought about carbs in alcohol, really. I think about the sugar, but I never really thought about the carb. Beer in particular, since it's made from a mash, which is just a fancy tea, you do get bits of that grain in your beer, and there's carbohydrates associated with that. Do you feel them? Do you see them? No, but it's there. And I never, like I said, I never thought about carbs in beer. So it really made me think about if I was going to drink it or not. And I also bought Heineken 00. And I said, is there nutritional information on this. And I looked and the bottle did not have any. But the bottom of the 6-pack box did. And that had, I think, 16 grams of carbs. And I said, holy crap, I'm drinking carbs. I was worried about drinking sugar, but I'm just drinking carbs. There's no sugar in it, officially. So that's my warning to you. If you are strictly trying to stay away from carbs, it's probably hop water only. Essentially, I screwed up based on my plan. But I did have that beer. And there was another one that I tried that was only like, I think, 16 carbs. I had those 2 beers. That was what I intended to have tonight, was 2 beers, or 2 non-alcoholic beers. And so I said, you know what, that's what I wanted to do tonight. That's what I'm going to go ahead and let myself do. And so I did that, and right now I feel fine. Tomorrow I might not feel so fine because I'm going to see my numbers. And I am right now assuming that my sugar and my ketone numbers are going to be off. My weight will probably not be off. I don't think it'll be off. Who knows? If it is, it's not from that. It's from probably the amount of water I drink, because I had those 2 beers, which meant I had 2 less glasses of water. When I'm in my group, I've been drinking out of, a pint glass, but it's just ice water. So instead of having 4 of those, I had 2 of these beers, and then I had 2 glasses of ice water. So again, it's always a learning curve here. There's something new every day, and something I pay attention to that I never thought I had to. Excuse me. But I'm human. Overall, I'm still moving the right direction. I'm still over 5 pound per day loss average over the course of 200 days. I'm just happy. It's the only way to describe it. I'm happy. And today my beers were a treat for me. So you got to treat yourself every now and then. But that's what I want to communicate today. 200 days of carnivore. And yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow on 201.